Why should we learn this language? So that's why English is very important in this era and even in 21st century. And why should we learn this language? Everything will be in English. When you will not be able to understand English, and a very good evening to all of you. Today I am going to present a topic or it is related to English speaking. Why should we learn this language? And what is communication? Everything I am going to explain step by step. First, I am going to explain about what is English and why should we learn this language. If you will take the example of this era, if you will take the example of 21st century, in this century, English speaking and English is very important. It is not just a language. It is a very much important future builder. It is very much important to earning a wealth, storing wealth. If you if you want to go any field, if you want to go in office, you can get a good post. You can get a good amount just because of speaking. This is English speaking is everywhere. You can say it world language. It is not a subject, it is world language. So for learning this language, we should instruments and we should try to first improve on ourselves, self motivate, and many other things which are very biggest helper to learn English. Why? Now English, you can take the example of any field. If you are sprint, you are preparing for NEET examination, JEE, mains, UPSC, and anything. You will get your total, not total, so 90% syllabus in English. So that's why English is very important in this era and even in 21st century. Just take the example of product. If you will go to market, fields, garden, and in any you can say museum, everything will be in English. When you will not be able to understand English and speak English, how will you understand? How will you communicate with the people? How will you understand that what is this? Suppose that you want to go and you went in a museum of Delhi. In that museum, everything is in English. You don't have guard. So in this situation, how can you understand that what is this? Just because of this language. Because there will be only this language. So that's why English is very important to improving, to building ourselves. Suppose then English is not just a language, it is a builder of our future. It is builder of fortune. If you want to be anything, if you want to be a perfect even man in your life, this language provide you this golden chance only by this language. So that's why this was something little information about English, which I declared here. That why should we learn English? English is not just a language. I will say again, it is not just a language. It is very important to building ourselves, to improving ourselves. It is very much important to be a perfect speaker. In the second field, now I will explain what is communication. Communication is not just word. It is very much important to improving our English skill too. Suppose that communication is not only talking with. Just don't hear only what this person is saying. What is your opinion and what is who is standing in front of you? What is he saying? Just don't hear. Try to understand that what is he saying. This is communication. This is communication. This is the importance of communication. That's why I want to tell to all of you that communication means is passing, sending information, emotion, matters, and everything to our frontier, and he will understand. You will have to send your emotions, your matters, your information, your messages in verbal and non-verbal way. This is communication. This is very much important to improving our building passion self. So that's why we should, from today, start an communication. Communication is very much important. Now, importance of communication. Importance of communication. There are many importance of communication. First importance in goes to relationship. If you don't have good communication with your relative, with your friends, you cannot be a perfect friend and relative. So that's why communication is very important. Second position, to speaking English language. Commun- when you don't have the idea, when you don't have the knowledge of communication, how will you connect with the people? So this is very important, to connecting with the people. Communication is very important. At last, let me explain in short words that what is communication and why should we learn this language. Communication means that everything is depends on communication. If you want to be anything, communication is very important. And with communication, this language, this subject, this speaking subject like English is very important. These both subjects, these both tools are very important to be a perfect man, to be a perfect social worker, social man. If you want to give something to a society, so these two tools will help you, because with the communication you can be a very lover, you can be a very lover people in your society. Every people loves you just because of this and good communication. So that's why this is communication. And I want to explain, and I declared the communication. This was something information about I declared in my topic. And now I want to sit a Manson and suspect. Thank you very much.